Hey techies, welcome to Elephant Code. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You're watching a video from the PySpark playlist. So let's begin.
Welcome back. So in previous session, we saw how we can convert the CSV file into PySpark data frame. In today's video, we will see how to convert the multi-line JSON file to Spark data frame. Let us go back to the same coding area. Okay, so here we were doing our practical. So here, if we see, we had this class Spark data frame. So inside this we have we have the constructor which is assigning some value to this particular variable self.data. Okay, then we have all this function which is converting one structure to Spark data frame, another structure to Spark data frame. So in this series we had completed till converting CSV file to Spark data frame. Okay, now today we will be covering how converting the JSON file to Spark data frame. So we can name it like get Spark data frame from JSON. Okay, so yeah. So this is my JSON file. So I have already one JSON file stored in the source file folder. So this is my JSON file. Now I need to convert this JSON file into my Spark data frame. Okay, so it is a multi-line JSON file. You can see, it's not all in one line. So that's a additional parameter which we need to pass when we will be converting this JSON file to Spark data frame. So let us write the code. So first thing is we need to get the path of the JSON file. So for this, as we had done earlier with the help of OS module, so what we can do OS, and you already knew that this JSON file is stored somewhere here in the source file folder. Okay, and right now we are inside this folder Spark class. Okay, now now what we need to do first, we need to extract the path for this particular file, the current file, which is under the Spark class. Okay, now once we get this path, we need to do a kind of one level up. So from this Spark class we need to reach to Spark project, and once we reach to Spark project, we need to append the Spark source file folder and then append the data2.json file. Okay, so to do this, first what we need to do, os.path.join. Okay, so this is going to be my function, and inside this first I need to extract the current path of this file, for which I can use os.path.path.directory directory name of my current file. Okay, so this is my current file which I get, and then I'll say that okay, I reached till this. Okay, the directory name is Spark class. I need to go a little up to Spark project. Okay, so to do a kind of one up, I will be just putting do dots, and then once I reach to this Spark project, I need to append the source file folder name. So I'll just say that okay, source, this I need to open source source files. Okay, thereafter I need to append the data file, the JSON data file. So JSON data file I will be getting in my data variable self dot data. Okay, so this is going to be my path for the JSON file. Okay, and thereafter I'll be using Spark context dot read dot, I'll say option multi-line equal to true. Why? Because I understood that my JSON file is a multi-line JSON file. Whereas when we will be reading a vanilla JSON file, that should be in a one line format. But here, since we have in a multi-line format, we'll just tell the tell the Spark that it is a multi-line JSON file. So multi-line will say true. Okay, and thereafter I'll say that JSON, and I'll just pass the file. Okay, and then I'll say return this data frame. Okay, now I'll go to the main section and create the, let me put first the documentation, spark slash n spark data frame from JSON, and then I'll create object, and I'll say that file name of JSON is data2 dot JSON, and I'll just pass this file name here. Okay, and then I'll use this object to call get spark JSON. Okay, then I'll say df.show. Okay, let us execute the code to see whether it is reading the data from the JSON file or not. So this is quite simple. I mean, for the multi-line, we just need to pass one additional parameter in the option. Um uh, Look in the option property saying that this is a multi-line JSON file. So you can see that it has already read the data from this particular JSON file. Okay, so just to make a kind of revision, what we have done, we just created one method here. Okay, this method. So what we are doing, we are saying that okay, we need to read the data from the JSON file. I will be getting the JSON file name in the in the instance of this particular variable, I mean self.data. So self.data is having the file name. So what we did, we constructed the entire path to this particular file, data2.json file, by by taking the current path of this code file and then going up to this folder, Spark project folder, and then append source file. Okay, and the file name. So this will give me the current this will give me the path to this file, data2.json file, and then I pass this file to JSON method. Okay, read.json method with a option of multi-line equal to 2, saying that this JSON file is a multi-line JSON file. Okay, and thereafter I created the object of this Spark create data frame class, and thereafter calling this method. Okay, by passing while we are creating the object of this class, we pass the data2.json file, file name, and then we call this method, and then the method returns the data in the form of Spark data frame, and then then we showed the data on our console. So this is how we read the data from the JSON file. So now it's a quiz time. Thank you.
Which method is used to select specific columns from a PySpark data frame? Option A, select. Option B, filter. Option C, group by. Option D, order by. Do reply the answer in the comment section below. So that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe Elephant Code for future updates.